We are here in your house sports for college football recap week 4. I'm Manny D.
I'll pass him.
It's your boy Vassos.
Man, college football goes by too fast.
It
It really does.
I'm already starting to miss it and still here. But y'all know the drill. You know, social media, Facebook in your house sports, YouTube in your house sports. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff on our YouTube videos. This college football recap drops every Monday, 4 p.m. Central. Our NFL recaps drop on Tuesday at 4 p.m. Central as well. So, you know, catch us, guys, talking about this great sport of football, which, you know, we had nothing short of excitement. It was great games this weekend.
Yeah.
Great
Very
games.
good game.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Did they cut punting out?
I think so.
That
NIL.
seemed to be a thing of the weekend. Just no punting.
Is your hand
Yeah.
okay?
Huh?
You got a
Sure.
cramp in your hand
Nah,
now?
I got a cramp in my hand. That's all. Just a little cramp.
Is that video
I
from
don't
you, the one that fell out of the stands?
know. Yeah, when that dude ran, and then he just sitting there, just right in front of him. Dude, that's classic. But you see that other video where they were pushing the Texas players?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, the fans were pushing the Texas players as they were walking off on the field.
Man, they're going to put a stop to running on the field for real now. Doing that.
Yep. Or at least against Texas.
You forfeit your win.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of teams are going for it on fourth down now. Like it could be 4th and 9 from your own 30. We're going for it,
Yeah.
and they get it, and they make it.
Yeah. And we saw a lot of that blend into the NFL games now this week. The same thing. We'll talk about all that on Tuesday's show. But it's like, is that becoming a thing? Did that go backwards to college, or is it now coming forward to the NFL?
I think just this season, man. You see a lot of field goals being missed in college and football, and so there's something in the water. That's for sure. So
We
think
thought it
it's
was
just
the full moon, but I guess not.
Yeah. You think it's just the kickers aren't that good, or is it just the coaches just like, nah, the hell with it?
Nah, I think they're just peeing down their leg, man. Like, they don't have that mental toughness to get through it. So I think it's one of those things. You know what? Might as well just go for it rather than kicking.
You don't have no Martin Grammaticas of Kansas State back in the day anymore.
Yeah.
Don't have a Justin Tucker.
Yeah, Justin Tucker was like the last great kicker, I think, right? I mean,
I don't know. Hey, Dicker the kicker.
Yeah.
Hey, he won some big games too.
Yeah.
So,
But he can't get himself an NFL job. That's
dude, the Colts should call him because they just released their kicker.
Yeah,
last week.
Rodrigo.
Yeah, Rodrigo. Yeah.
But yeah,
but I mean, he was solid in college.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he was.
But it's just something about this season, man. These kickers are missing big time kicks.
Yeah, so like I said, we had some great action this week. We're going to start off with the top 25 and go over this. Georgia having trouble with Kent State.
Is this basketball?
Did they really have trouble with them, or did Georgia not just take them seriously?
Probably a little bit of both. Probably they didn't take them seriously, and then they just like, okay, we got to try.
Yeah.
It took them probably like 3 quarters to finally realize, all right, we got to actually put it to them now.
Right. Y'all consider it a big deal? Because I don't.
I don't, but here's the thing. If that was any other team, it'd be a big deal. But since it's Georgia, it's like, it happens. But if it's just, I don't know, I'll just say a team. Let's say it was, I don't know, Michigan. Oh, they're going to be talking about, Michigan shouldn't be top 5 after this game.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least they didn't lose like A&M.
Yeah, well, I'll get to that later. I'm on my soapbox about that one too. But I don't think I don't know. I don't think it's a real big deal, but I can
But
see
then,
where people make a big deal. But
yeah. But then again, if you look at Texas and Alabama, that was a close game, right? And Texas got ranked after that loss. So
mhm.
does Kent State get ranked after this loss?
No, they're 1-3.
Yeah. It's
I
too late in
mean,
the season for moral victories.
and
Moral victories only are good for 2 weeks.
But I think if you're Kirby Smart, you're going to go. Hey, he's going to say it's on us. It's on our coaching staff. We didn't get him
Yeah.
prepared. But behind closed doors, he's going to be ripping his players like,
If
hey,
this is any SEC team except for Vanderbilt, we're screwed if we play like that.
yeah,
yeah,
because you have no reason to have Kent State in the game all the way through the fourth quarter. Like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
shouldn't have happened.
I think it's just see. I don't see it as a big deal. Like I really don't, because Kent State is a D1, right?
Yeah,
So that they're gonna look at that as a okay. Well, they're D1. They got some talent. It's not like a D3 going in there and hanging with them. Um, I don't know. I just don't see it as a big deal. I mean, because you look at other schools who have trouble, you know, with some teams.
Well,
That it's almost like they're kryptonite. You know what I'm talking
yeah. Well, at least in Kent State's favor, they didn't get blown out 98-0.
oh
about?
god, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Bro, that was nuts.
Yeah.
but
And your school's name's Warner.
that was it's probably the sister school of Bishop Sycamore.
The developmental Bishop.
Bishop Sycamore Primary.
Yeah, yeah. No, but I mean, I just don't see it as a big deal. I really don't.
Yeah, because we're talking about it now, right? But
Yeah.
10 weeks from now, we're going to be talking about it? No, we're not
Nah,
at
if
all.
they're undefeated, they just be like,
Yeah.
okay, they're undefeated.
But Manny brings up a good point, though. And if it was any other team, they would get dropped. They would lose a spot.
I mean, it happened to Alabama.
That's what I'm saying.
They,
But again, Texas was a better team than Kent State.
I mean, the way Texas played this past weekend, I don't think so.
Mm,
I'm going to get to my point later on. We'll get back. We're going to circle back to it, and I'll see what we're talking. I'll tell you what I'm talking about when I talk about any team, right? Next game on the list, Michigan, number 4. Getting by Maryland, 34-27. The Terrapins.
they're ugly colors.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big surprise. Michigan's a good football team.
And Maryland's pretty good, too, honestly.
Yeah.
They're okay.
Yep.
They're good for at least one big game a year.
Yeah.
Then they lose
Just
to
like Purdue.
Yeah.
Oh, they got number 5 Clemson beating number 21 Wake Forest in overtime, 51-45. We are talking before we came on air, me and Voss was about Clemson, how all they have to do is win. But that one loss, they get that one loss. Like I said, it's coming. They're going to drop far.
But who's that loss going to come to? Because
Could
we got
be.
North Carolina State,
Florida
Boston
State,
College,
baby.
Florida State, Syracuse, Notre Dame. I said they lose 2.
Syracuse, the past.
Nah, I said Notre Dame. I said that Notre Dame's going to get them.
Yeah, won't be surprised.
Depends if that quarterback that's playing right now is still starting.
Yeah.
But I mean, that quarterback damn near gave Mac Brown a heart attack over there.
No,
but like with Clemson, there's nothing about them like the past. They've had the stars, they've had that defense, everything. It's just their name right now has them in the top 5.
Yeah, they're definitely earning their wins.
Yeah, there's nothing sexy about that team. It's just
Just grind.
Just grind. That's all it is. I mean, The
Just win,
defense,
baby.
the defense is just all that's keeping them in these games and with practically winning in these games.
Yep.
If you can't pronounce the quarterback's last name, then you're in trouble.
You were Galilee? D. What you call him?
Okay.
You got
It's like,
Yeah.
remember, it's like back in the day with Marcus Tuiasosopo. Moving on, Penn State beat Central Michigan 33-14. Man, whatever. We'll skip the next game because it's Big 12 action. Pittsburgh beat Rhode Island 45-24. Man, SEC game. Number 11, Tennessee squeaks by number 20, Florida 38-33. Tennessee was like, here, y'all want this game, bro? Have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Boy, did it. Miami, what you call it, Napier, man, he was heated.
Oh, he's trying to do his best, Matt Campbell.
Boy.
Talk about him later.
Oh man, he was all kinds of upset too. Josh Heupel looked like he's ready. He's like, man, that's a good thing I'm already thinning because I'm about ready to pull my hair out. As I was telling Manny, I said after the game when they're interviewing him, I said he looked like he's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go home and I'm gonna drink a beer, and I'm gonna drink another beer, and then I'm gonna drink another beer, and we're not having practice tomorrow. I'll see y'all on Monday.
But it's good to see that game mean something again,
Yeah.
that rivalry.
Yeah.
That Tennessee crowd was just live.
Yeah. I mean, it's good for football to see Tennessee 4-0.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll end up losing like 4 games, but as of right now,
Always happens.
It's good to see them 4-0.
Then we had Middle Tennessee State beating Miami 45-31. Miami Hurricanes. Womp, womp, womp.
Losing to the Blue Raiders.
So, Middle Tennessee's quarterback had 408 yards.
99 from one play.
That is ridiculous, man.
I mean, that's the ultimate low of you get stopped on 4th down, and then the very next play, 99 yards later, one play, that's a touchdown.
Gone.
Well, then their receiver, DJ England Chisholm. This dude, hold on, let me go back to it. This kid had 2 receptions, 169 yards. 2 receptions, 160. He mossed them.
He mossed Miami.
How's that possible? Is that like
Coach, I'm open.
Yeah.
Open.
Like this guy was not covered.
Yeah.
The whole game. I mean, maybe Miami's assistants did what Arizona State assistants did to Herm Edwards and leaked them to plays.
Could be.
Like, here you go.
We need this guy out of here.
Yeah.
He's been there 4 games. Let's get him out of here, man. I'm tired of crystal ball already.
Yeah.
We want Manny back.
Yeah.
Oh, God, no.
We had more entertainment, more fun with Manny here.
Or Kevin Steele. Let's go ahead and get Kevin Steele in. Give him another head coach job.
But okay, so you look at this Miami, obviously, right? And there's so much hype into them and everything. Do y'all remember when Alabama lost to Louisiana Monroe in 2007, Nick Saban's first year?
No, I don't remember that.
No, I don't remember that at all.
Right. So, but you look at games like this where it's like, oh my God, this is over with, right? But let's say crystal ball succeeds. Let's say he does, right? 4 years from now. But again, are we gonna be thinking about this game? No.
No. But
When he gets fired 4 years from now.
Yeah, right. So
but if
I'm gonna make my point again later on.
Yeah.
If he loses a game like this every year, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter if they go, 12-2 or 11-2 the rest of the season. You lost a Middle
We're
Tennessee.
gonna be talking about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Plot thickens. All right.
Man, he's
So they got Oregon surviving Washington State 44-44.
man, talk about a heartbreaker. You play so well, and then you blow it in the last 4 minutes of the game.
It's Washington State.
That wouldn't happen under Mike Leach. They'd have scored like 500.
Yeah, it would have been 75 to 79.
There would have been no defense played at all.
none.
But Oregon, after that blowout in the first game of the year, they're hanging around, doing what they're supposed to be doing, taking care of business. So we see how far that gets them. He had Ole Miss beat Tulsa 35-27. Damn, I didn't realize how close that game was. Kentucky barely beating Northern Illinois 31-23. Alabama smashing Vanderbilt 55-3. And you had Ohio State smashing Wisconsin 52-21.
So, needless to say, they're still salty about last year.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud said, "You know what? I'm winning this damn Heisman this year."
And they were getting a lot of backlash from their uniforms.
For the black and red ones?
Yeah.
Probably because LeBron endorsed the uniforms.
Probably.
Because they've worn them like every year. Then this year's like they're giving backlash.
Yeah, because it's not
LeBron endorsed them.
Was it supposed to be like a red out or something like that? Or
I don't know. I think they just wanted traditional colors.
Or for a big game like that, they wanted them in their traditional colors.
Yeah.
A big primetime night game.
But the black looks cool that night.
I liked it. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, black and red looks dope.
Yeah, just don't go to the game.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Exactly.
NC State beat UConn 41-10. We'll skip the next one. It's a Big 12 game. USC, man, surviving Oregon State 17-14. Hey, Beavers.
USC's overrated.
Overrated for sure.
They're in the Pac-12. Come on. The biggest competition is going to be what? Utah?
Oregon?
They're overrated. Like, it's like, come on. I mean, to me, this is how I feel with what's his name, the head coach?
Lincoln Riley.
Lincoln Riley. They made a big deal about him when he was in Oklahoma because of the playoffs. He went to the playoffs his first year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I think all 3 years that he was there or something like that. Anyways, they made a big deal about it. He had an established team already.
But in his defense, he did put back-to-back Heisman Trophy winners.
There were transfers. These were transfers. Like, it wasn't anybody he groomed.
True. But,
I mean,
again, he has that under his belt no matter. It's like, hey, I had back-to-back guys, number one overall picks in the NFL. Both of them won a Heisman. So, I mean, in his defense, he has that to kind of, like, that's why it's a big deal. But I agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, it's just because if you look at the great quarterbacks he had, okay? Who are the great quarterbacks he had? Baker Mayfield, transfer. Kyle Murray, transfer. Jalen Hurts, transfer. All right? You look at last year where he had Caleb Williams, where he had the hype was Spencer Rattler. That was the hype. Boy, he was the next Patrick Mahomes.
It was nauseating hype.
Yeah. Oh, it was terrible. And then he starts doing terrible. Oh, they got this guy, Caleb Williams. He has one big game. Or probably a couple big games, I should say, not one. He had a couple big games. And then all of a sudden, this dude's a stud until they get beat by Baylor and Oklahoma State. Right? It's just like...
Where he played terrible in both games.
Yeah, terrible. So it's just like, to me, he can't groom nobody. He's not that type of coach.
Yeah, and we haven't seen it yet because he still has Caleb Williams still.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's only a matter of time. I think USC loses to Oregon and Utah. I think they lose to both of them.
So do they play them regular season wise, or would that be Big 12 or Pac-12 championship game. Let's see.
What's that? Maybe
They
they played Utah.
They play Utah in
Yeah, they played Utah.
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
3 weeks. They played Utah. Heck, I even say Notre Dame beats them in the very last game. If Notre Dame can get it together, because those guys are going to play for Marcus Freeman.
Yeah.
They're going to play the hearts out for him.
And that defense is good enough to keep them in the game.
Yeah. But to me, like, I'm not surprised that Oregon State kept up with USC because they're overrated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, they are overrated.
Maybe I'm just a hater. I don't know. Haven't figured it out yet.
You had BYU beat Wyoming 38-24. You had Utah defeat Arizona State 34-14.
Edwardless.
Yeah, Herm Edwards, man, let go.
Man, they met that dude on the field. Did you see that video?
On the field. Like,
They
bro,
met him on the field.
We need to go. I think we done, bro. We need to go talk after this. Let's go.
And Herm was like, "What that?" Okay, cool. But
the check's in the mail, right?
Exactly. But I think it's the way he got fired, though. Like, come on, you don't meet the guy on the field after a loss. You know, like, come on. Like, is it really?
Wait till Monday, have him come in.
Or at least Sunday after church.
You know, the knee-jerk reaction, man.
Yeah. But then you get all these reports saying that his assistants leaked information.
Arizona State's a dumpster fire, man.
If that's true.
And they were trying to put them over on the broadcast. I don't know if y'all watched that game or not. They were trying to put over Arizona State, saying, hey, this is a great environment as far as the history, the stadium, the city,
what
the
history?
campus. Jake Plummer history. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like, since we've been alive, has Arizona State been a top 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rose Bowl.
The Rose Bowl?
Yeah.
When was that? Like, I don't even remember that.
96? 97?
96, 97.
Yeah.
We were 9 years old, guys.
Speak for yourself.
we were 9 years old. Nobody remembers that.
Exactly.
Jake Plummer remembers it.
Huh?
I said Jake Plummer remembers.
Yeah.
But if that's true with the whole coaches and everything, man, the AD has to go too.
Yeah.
Just because you gotta let him go, man.
Big time.
Yeah.
It's like, how is that not a bigger deal or as big a deal as like everything that went down at Baylor? If that's legitimately a legit story of everything that happened.
Yeah.
It's like, how is it not making headlines?
And the thing is, it's not like the new head coach that's going to come in is going to clean house, right? He ain't going to keep the new head coach that comes in. It's not going to keep the current staff, especially if these reports are true. Right? Like, nah, forget you. Like, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, Washington beat Stanford 40-22. Washington's number 18 in the nation. Just quietly, just moving along. But they beat Michigan State, which means nothing right now. So I want to talk about this game before we go on to Big 12 play. Texas A&M with Arkansas.
I'm going to dive from the 2 to try to get in the end zone over the pile, thinking I'm Walter Payton.
One of the dumbest jumps in history. Now, I was telling Justin before he came on air, this game, the momentum shifted and changed when Arkansas was driving. They were up 14-0. They're on they're on the A&M side of the field, having a great drive. What does Kendall Briles call up? 2 plays in a row, some reverse passes or whatever he was trying to do. Just A&M got off the field, man, and that was it. Didn't look back after that. Just stick to your game plan, run the ball, do what you're doing, go up 21-0. No. It changed.
At least get you 3 and
something.
Make it a 3-score game.
Yeah.
So
That game was just given to A&M, man. Stupid Jimbo Fish. I want to punch him in his face.
Him and his oregano smoking kids.
Why bring them on the field, man, looking like that?
I tell him,
Right.
bro, you better take your chain off. You better do all this. Go splash some water on your face.
Now, here's my gripe. Here's my point I was trying to make earlier with the whole Georgia-Kent State game. And it's from these announcers, right? So after this game's over, they're talking about A&M. They say, hey, after the loss against Appalachian State, this is what they needed: 2 victories over ranked teams. Okay, you categorize Miami in the ranked team category. Arkansas
just got stomped.
Yeah, who just got stomped. And you talk about Appalachian State, that loss didn't really do anything to them, and it should have raised their stock. Hold on, wait a minute. I don't care what Appalachian State has done in the Sun Belt Conference. You're Texas A&M. You're supposed to beat them, right? You got all this hype. So we're going to prop up them losing to Appalachian State, but you're going to drop Alabama down for beating Texas?
Yeah.
Make it make sense. And that's what I'm saying with Georgia and Kent State. All right, so we're going to talk about Kent State and Georgia. So we're not going to talk about, that at all.
That's a good point. That's a valid argument.
And that's what I'm saying. It's just the certain teams. It's A&M, and that's they're creaming over them right now. Okay, it's A&M's
Right.
the cream city right now for everybody.
And I think it's just with Alabama, it's just like, you know what? They've been I'm going to use a boxing analogy here. It's like when Manny Pacquiao doesn't beat the crap out of whoever his opponent is, the judges just they knock him down for that.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen that in fights where he's lost when really he's just outboxed the guy. And the judges see it another way because he wasn't dominant.
Yeah.
It's like, why? It's like he did what he was supposed to do. He outpointed him, and yet you still give the round to the other guy. It's like because he didn't knock him on the ground.
Yeah.
It's like, why? I mean, it's like this. I mean, you don't drop them. Why? You raise them up. Why?
Yeah. And it doesn't make no sense. And it's like, okay, Appalachian State just lost a founder of a country. So you look at, and you lost at home. You lost at home. So at the end of the year, when they're doing their little stupid, playoff committee things, they're going to have key victories. Miami. I'm telling you, Miami's going to be on there still.
They're going to say when Miami was ranked.
Exactly. They don't do that to everybody. And they don't do that to everybody.
Because this was going to happen. Let's say Baylor goes undefeated or they win out, right? But they're going to go back. Oh, well, they got beat by BYU, who was number 22. But BYU fell off the rest of the year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like,
and that was the case, too, with last year with BYU. They didn't get much love like Notre Dame got love.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the similar record, you know what I mean? But it's like, well, they're independent. Well, Notre Dame's independent. I understand they got a stronger schedule, but if BYU would have went undefeated last year, they wouldn't have gotten a sniff in the playoff at all. But this is where the whole we need A&M, we need them to go. We're trying to this Alabama, we're trying to push them to the side now. A&M's our new.
We've made our money now. We're just going to get them out of the way.
Yeah.
I mean, they're waiting. They're trying to hype them up for that Alabama game.
Yeah, and that's it.
That's all they're doing is trying to hype them up.
Because Alabama has Vince McMahon, and they're trying to usher in Tony Khan as Alabama. As A&M.
But I don't see anything that's impressive about A&M to me. They still look that 2 steps behind.
They're good on defense. They're really good on defense. Offense, they're absolutely atrocious.
They got no kind of identity on offense. Got a good running back, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's like, what are y'all doing? But that's my whole point. Is you praising them for losing Appalachian State and coming back and beating Miami and Arkansas. And beating Miami obviously is not a big deal.
Yeah. And to win in A&M's case, where you lose, or if you're Arkansas, you lose by your field goal kicker hitting the top
Yes.
of the upright, the top, as it's on its down climb, and fall backwards. It's like that just sums the game up perfectly of how that went.
Pretty much.
Like I said, they're just trying to hype it up for the Alabama game because Alabama got to Arkansas next week. Right, Alabama's going to beat them, I think. Then you got A&M, and then after that you got Tennessee, Mississippi, LSU, Ole Miss, Austin Peay, and then Auburn. Right, so it's just all they're trying to do is just hype them up. College game day is going to be if Alabama wins this week, A&M wins this week. That's where college game day is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then if A&M wins, they're number 17 right now. A&M wins, they'll probably be top 10 next week.
They'll be number 2.
They're hyping them up just so they can make a big deal on Alabama. But I mean, if you look at the sidelines with A&M, Jimbo Fisher himself looks confused.
Yes. Yes, he does.
He does not. He looks like he does not know what to do.
Yeah.
Like it's just one of those things. It's like, dude, this isn't the Pac-12 where you're just running over everybody with Florida State. Nah, this is the SEC, considered the best conference in college football. Like you actually have to play these guys. But he's running out. His hat's all crooked, and he just not
got all these play sheets in his hand. Like,
yeah,
I don't know what any of this means, but
yeah.
They give him a headset that the mic doesn't work. They just haven't told him yet.
But that's my whole thing with the whole. They play it as not a big deal with Texas A&M losing to Appalachian State. I don't care. It's a big deal that they lost to Appalachian State. You're not supposed to lose in Appalachian State.
If they hold it against Michigan, but granted, in Michigan's case, they went and had a crappy year that year. But still, right after they lost them, it was the sky is falling. This is the downfall of Michigan. They wanted to fire the coach right then and there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then again, that's when Appalachian State was D2.
They were double. No, they were double A.
Oh, D1 AA.
Yeah. Or now FCS is what they were.
Gotcha.
But yeah, come on, Mississippi. Come on, Mike Leach. Hope they beat A&M next week.
Man, for real.
Y'all haven't noticed I'm a Texas A&M hater. Proud of it. All right, get to Big 12 action. The conference that always stays crunk and exciting. Man. Despite what people don't understand, they look at the Big 12 like it's child's play, but competitive, man. West Virginia finally showed up and showed out and beat Virginia Tech 33-10. About time. Damn.
Then again, it's Virginia Tech. So.
That's like we were saying, which team was going to show up, which Virginia Tech's going to show up, and which West Virginia's going to show up.
Yeah. But that's another old Big East rivalry right there. So they couldn't beat Pitt, but hey, they got Virginia Tech, so I'm good. I'm good with that. Not conference-wise. TCU and SMU, man. 42-34 TCU.
Yeah, I had high hopes for that game, though. I was hoping that was going to be a closer game. Well, I mean, it was a close game, but, throughout. I think even the score doesn't justify how TCU was better than SMU, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The score doesn't reflect how the game actually looked.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think from the beginning, TCU was just a better team, man.
TCU, man, I don't know, man. They're just there.
Yeah. They end up being last place.
I don't know. They're just a mystery.
They're stupid.
I mean, yeah, they are. I'm a TCU hater as well, but it's like they might sneak in a bowl bid, but it's just.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, they'll sneak it to a bowl.
You just have to be careful with them.
Yeah, but see
You
that's
got
one of
you
that's
got
one
to
of the
prepare for
teams.
TCU like you're playing, Georgia or Alabama. You got to prepare for them that way because if you let them, you come in no expectation, you let them just it's TCU,
Yeah,
kick the
no,
crap out of you.
I mean, it's just one of those things where, like, going back to like when I said that certain teams have kryptonites, or look at Baylor and TCU. Every
Mhm.
time they play, it doesn't matter if Baylor's ranked number 3 and TCU's 0-4.
Yeah,
It's going to be a heck of a game, right? It's just when Alabama and Texas show Texas all. No matter how bad I hate Texas, like as much as I hate Texas, when it comes to those big games, man, just something about that team that they stay in it.
yeah.
They just stay in it. And so, but yeah, I mean TC. I mean, like you say, yeah, they're just there, but they're stupid.
Then we got big bad Kansas.
I'm legit excited for Kansas, man.
35-27 over Duke. That is all. That crowd was electric, man. I saw
Yeah,
videos of the crowd. That was great to
Sellout,
see.
yeah,
sellout football stadium,
yeah,
4-0.
yeah.
number one in the Big
Yeah.
12.
Yes.
Yep. I think the reason why I'm so excited for Kansas is because I know how their fans feel.
We've been there before.
You know what I'm talking about? Like we know how that feels, and
When they're putting free tickets in the newspaper just to
yeah,
get people to come to the game.
exactly, right. So it's just like, yo, like I'm legit excited for Kansas.
Yeah. We used to
I
lose to Kansas.
huh, yeah,
I got a funny story. So I was reading this book. This is probably when I was in college. So this was about a guy talking about times when he was at Duke and he knew somebody. He was friends with somebody that went to Kansas. He said at Kansas, you know how Duke in Kansas they camp out to get basketball tickets, season tickets and all that. He said so his buddy camped out to get Kansas tickets. He says, well, they changed something that year. They said they made them if they were waiting to get the basketball tickets, they had to get football season tickets as well. They weren't letting them do anything. They said, man, there were some people that were like, screw this, and they walked out of the line because they did not want the football season tickets.
wow,
He said, but the smart ones stayed in line and then turned around and tried to sell them. Even if it was like $10-$20, they were like, they just sold them.
That's messed up.
He says, or they would just show up at pregame and, hey, anybody want tickets? I'm drunk. Anybody want a ticket?
Hey, we used to see
wow.
that a lot walking up to Floyd K Stadium, people trying to sell their tickets.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Anybody need tickets? $5. $5. I paid $100. I just need $5.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
Kansas, man, they look good. That's the thing. They look good. They look
Yeah, they got
like
some
a
fast
threat.
players. Yeah, they got some fast guys, man.
And their quarterback, man, Daniels, dude, like he's
He threw for
something else.
Yeah.
he threw for 324 yards, 4 touchdowns. Dang.
I don't see how they're not getting any love as far as the polls are concerned.
That's because it's just the same thing with Baylor. Well, Baylor was up and coming with Art Briles. You know, you weren't getting love either for the longest. It's going to be the same thing with Kansas. And not only that, it's because they're in the Big 12 too.
Yeah.
If they were in the SEC and they started doing this, oh look,
Sure.
Like Kentucky was when they first started winning out.
mm-hmm.
I mean, let's see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 teams in the Big 12 that are ranked in the top 25. And let's see, only Oklahoma State and Kansas are the only ones that are undefeated.
That's crazy.
It is crazy, man. But yeah, I'm all about them until we play them. But
Yeah, for real.
they look good. That's the thing. They look good. Scary.
They got Iowa State next week.
Yeah, that's a winnable game.
Yep.
Okay, 3-game homestand. Like I was telling Justin last week, they got to win at least 2 out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
They
But
could
they
be
went
bowl
on-
eligible before they
bowl
start getting
eligible,
those big games.
But yeah, 35-27 victory. Kansas State, the Martinez train, man, defeating Oklahoma.
Love to see.
41-34. Love
Love
to
to
see it. And we talked about that last week too, about the teams having their historic problems with certain teams. Kansas State always gives Oklahoma
Mm-hmm.
the rub.
Mhm.
They won 3 of the last 4.
Yeah, I think that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bold prediction, baby.
Yeah. He did.
Yeah.
Went
But
out and
yeah,
said it.
Martinez, viva la raza.
We're talking about people in Nebraska like, bro, really?
Really?
Can you do this over
Couldn't do
here?
that. Yeah.
He's like, it's too dry.
You're like, fire Scott Frost. Oh, we already did that. My bad. Fire him again. Just hire him just to fire him again.
But yeah, man, impressive showing. Like when Kansas State's on, they're on.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah. That number 22, man. That
Oh,
Vaughn.
Vaughn. Yeah.
That's dude looks like a light skinned version of Christian McCaffrey. That's what he looks
He's like a shorter version of Darren Sproles.
Just stockier.
Darren Sproles is 5'6", he's 5'5".
Yeah.
But Kansas State, man, another team you don't want to play right now.
Yeah.
They got
I
that
mean-
confidence.
Nah, man. This conference is brutal, man.
Yeah, I think we're the only ones that see it.
I mean, no, I think Sam said that Baylor was going to go undefeated, but I think everybody in the conference is going to come out with one loss.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going undefeated through the Big 12. I think every Big 12 team will lose to somebody in conference.
But Baylor already lost their conference team, so it's fine.
Technically.
Technically.
Then we have Baylor beat Iowa State 31-24. Always a close game with these two, and it shouldn't have been close.
Mm-hmm.
Baylor finally opened up, man. When they opened up their passing game, my gosh.
That passing game was awesome, man. Passing game was amazing.
I was
Like,
telling
this is-
Manny. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was like, this is what people have been waiting for. Was for that passing game. Because they said they picked Blake Shapen because he can throw the ball better. But man, the first 3 games, man, or 4 games, just run. You're not using Holmes and Fleeks. It's like, come on. Like, let's do something, man. They showed out. I was like, man, this is what I was talking about right here.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I was telling Manny how they were on the broadcast, how they kept saying that Matt Campbell, this is unusual for him to be screaming and hollering. I'm like, have y'all ever watched an Iowa State game?
Boy.
I was like, that fool is never calm. He's always screaming and yelling.
Or even when they were in the Big 12 championship and
Yeah.
Oklahoma was lined up offside, and he's
Yeah.
just there,
Hit
just
the ref.
yelling. He called timeout just to yell at the refs.
That was the funniest thing. I mean, he was completely in the right for screaming and yelling at the ref on that one,
Yeah.
on that supposedly illegal block that wasn't a block.
Oh. Yeah.
He just got lower than the guy and popped him up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like that one. I was like, that's how bad it is. You call timeout just to scream at the ref some more.
Yeah.
Yeah. But their defense too, forcing turnovers. They haven't done that the past 2 weeks, so
Mm-hmm.
you're looking like a Dave Aranda defense doing that.
Yeah. They look good. I
They
think
ran it over there, slap hands, but
slap ass.
slap
Yeah.
hands.
He said he smacked the dude in the butt, and then he goes, "You go in and smack him." He goes, "You come in."
You get one. You get one. You get one.
Well, he told everybody to let loose. He's like, I guess I have to let loose too.
Yeah.
Got to show a little emotion.
And I was like, you know what? I said, this is awesome right here. And it's so funny, man, because of course, he's such a quiet guy, and then he's quirky when he talks,
Yeah.
like, and it's like, it was just funny to see it, man. It was great.
Then they had Texas Tech upset Texas 37-34 in overtime.
Yeah.
You
Man,
do all that to force overtime, and then you fumble on the first damn play.
your best player at that.
Mhm.
That was only his 3rd career fumble.
But like we talked about before we came on there, they don't run the ball. Like I understand, but it's like you got two capable running backs. You can do so many different things with them. But it's like, nah,
Yeah.
let's not do it.
I was happy for Joey McGuire, man. I was happy for him. That dude is awesome.
But Tech's defense, man, couldn't get off that third down. It was just like
Yeah,
constantly. And I was like, they're going to lose this game. They're just giving them the game. And then, but Texas couldn't stop Tech on fourth down.
Yeah, that was the big thing. Is like we couldn't stop them on fourth down. 4th and 8, we're going for it.
I forget what is the man. It was how many times did they go for it on fourth down?
Oh, I'm sure it was at least
6 of 8.
6 of it. Yeah,
okay,
Six
so 8
of 8.
times.
Yeah. I was about to say something of 9, like I thought that, but
So it's 75% on fourth down conversions.
That's ridiculous.
7 of 20 on third down. 33%, pretty much. Not even 33, probably less than that. Yeah. Come on now.
yeah, I love it. I love it.
But
Well,
they had a
which
good
one?
game plan. Was to wear out
Texas.
Texas's defense.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they did. They wore them down. I mean, that quarterback, he couldn't move. He couldn't move very fast, but he couldn't get him on the ground.
Yeah.
That was the thing. You couldn't get him on the ground.
Big and unathletic,
But yeah, just too many missed tackles. That was not the same defense that played Alabama. Too many missed tackles.
No, most definitely. But that's what I'm saying. That with these big games, Texas always shows out.
Yeah.
But it's just these games right here that they just pee the bed, man. It's just like because Texas on paper, Texas is the better team.
They had them dead to rights, and then they let their foot off the gas.
Mm-hmm.
And that third quarter was just horrible.
Yeah, I still think if Ewers, if he wouldn't have got hurt, Texas probably would have been 4-0 already. Because I think they would have won against Alabama than this game right here.
Yeah,
but
he's a better athlete than Card is.
Definitely. With Card, man, he looks down his receivers. You know who's going to throw it to.
Yeah.
It's just like he looks, and they're like, oh, okay, well, he's going to go throw it in him.
And he panics if his first read isn't there. He's, where's my second? Where's my second? There it is. He has no poker face, but yeah, he's just like, oh, first receiver's not there. Where's Worthy? Oh, he's not on the field. I don't know who to throw it to.
Yeah.
Which I think that drastically changed when he didn't come out for the second half.
Mm-hmm.
That really hurt, but no excuse. Run the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, run the ball. Open up that passing game. Tech's defense, give them some credit. They did pretty good too. I mean, they were flying around the ball. They vastly improved from last year as well. So Tech's one of them other teams, man. Just you better come on. You better put them away because not, like you said, they're going to play for Joey McGuire as well.
Look what they did to Houston.
Yeah.
Yep.
But good scene. Good action. Good action this weekend. Lots of emotional games going on. But you look at the Big 12 coming up for next week. You have 5 games slated. You got Oklahoma going to TCU. Oklahoma opening up as a 5-point favorite right now. Shocking. I'm going to pick Oklahoma, though.
I got TCU.
I'll take Oklahoma. Do you think it's time for them to hand the reins off to General Booty?
Give it to the booty. It's booty time. Give them the booty.
Yeah, if TCU wins, if TCU wins, man, that's gonna be
what a name.
Upside down.
What a name. Like General Booty. Like
just commands respect.
It's like not Tanner Booty. Not Sam Booty. Not David Booty, General. You're gonna be General Booty. That's his name. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, legit. That's awesome. I would
The
trademark that if I was him.
Heck yeah.
the epidural his mother must have gotten. Jesus.
No, what happened was his mother was all drugged up, and his dad signed a birth certificate and named
That's
him
my boy.
General. That's
That's
my
my-
boy right there.
He's all booty right there.
So who you going with, Vasos?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
I
Yeah.
think they said what are we gonna name? I don't know, just name it something general. I don't know.
His last name's Booty. Okay, well, General Booty.
General, there you go.
You got Texas Tech going to play at Kansas State, so this is already going to turn into an interesting game.
I said K State.
Yeah, it's 11 a.m. I think K-State's going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take K-State.
The big one next week, got Oklahoma State coming to Waco against Baylor.
Mm.
Picking Baylor just because it's at home.
I think the crowd is going to be electric, man.
It's a 2:30 kickoff too, so they're going to be riled up for this
Yeah.
game. Oklahoma State does got revenge on their mind, obviously, but I think the home crowd is going to benefit for Baylor. It's going to be a close game, though.
And you know what? Baylor's secondary, man, they're not as strong as they were last year.
Mm-mm.
And Sanders is going to have a good game. I think he's going to be trouble, but I think Baylor pulls it out.
They just got to just limit him running the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Get to him with that pressure. Get that pressure on him, and he chokes under pressure.
You just got to make him make a mistake.
Yeah.
Yep.
He overthinks, and you see it on the sideline all the time.
Yeah.
I think with it being at home, that's definitely Baylor. There's just something about when Baylor goes up there to Stillwater that just
a dud.
It's like they walk in the stadium. It's like, oh, how do we play? What football? What's that?
They get amnesia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible. Then you got Iowa State at Kansas. Let's go big fat Kansas.
Well, can you imagine if they go 5-0, man?
Oh, give them the Big 12 title now. If they go 5-0.
If we don't win the Big 12 title, I want Kansas to win the Big 12 title.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, for real. If it's not us, it better be Kansas. God dang it.
So Iowa State opens as a 3.5 point favorite this game. I feel like Kansas is going to win just because they're at home, but they seem more complete and more consistent.
They have the energy. They have the confidence now.
Yeah.
Iowa State is definitely missing Purdy, the quarterback they had last year.
And was it Bryce or Brees?
Brees Hall.
Brees Hall.
Yeah, they're definitely missing them, man.
They have no leadership on offense.
Their quarterback looked rattled the whole game.
Throwing off his back. Dude, he looked terrible.
He did. Yeah, I got Kansas. I got Kansas by 21.
Oh. Man.
Jayhawks.
What happens with Matt Campbell? Y'all feel like it's kind of like he's like teetered.
I think the bloom's off the rose.
I say nothing happens.
You don't think he'll want to go somewhere else?
No.
I think the bloom's off the rose. I think if they don't win the Big 12 this year and he has a below, if he only wins 6 to 7 games,
it's cap. He's done.
He's done. I think he's like, all right, the next big program that offers me a job, I'm out.
But it's going to have to be somewhere because he's already in the middle of nowhere. He's not going to go to Nebraska.
They need that personality in Nebraska, though.
Yeah. He fits what they like to do.
No.
Run the ball, play defense. So
he built Iowa State. So I mean, I don't think Iowa State fans would be so mad if he left. I think they'd be more appreciative of anything.
But that's not a sexy job, though.
No, but
I mean, because if you think of it, if you had Iowa State open and Baylor open at the same time, Baylor to me is more sexier than Iowa State.
True. But,
Nebraska though.
Yeah.
Huh?
Nebraska though. If it's
Yeah,
Nebraska and Baylor, I think people could pick Nebraska.
You think? Oh, possibly.
Yeah. It's just the name. It's just the name at this point. It's the name value.
He ain't going to Georgia Tech or Arizona State.
No.
Then you got West Virginia at Texas.
Texas.
Texas. If they were playing in West Virginia, I would have picked West Virginia. For some reason, again, that's another thing. We go there. We don't know how to do anything. We can't run our offense.
Yeah.
They
Especially
got,
at night.
they got tickets as low as $4 right now.
Is that what it says?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's got to be an error because, I mean, shoot, have you seen all that new renovation? They're trying to get that money. Hell, against freaking UNL or Louisiana Monroe when I went, the cheapest tickets there were $70, and that's the ones we got. But we got lucky enough that they were lower to the field, and they were just on that side by the end zone.
Dang.
Everything else around us, like the next section's over, easy $150.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's using discounts with my work. That's the only reason I got it, $70. SeatGeek was like 85 to 90.
Oh, couldn't do it. I do want to go to an A&M game one day though. That's one stadium I would love to go to and wear my Baylor stuff.
Oh yeah.
Even if they're not playing Baylor, just walk in there.
Yeah, I told my wife when A&M and Texas play again, just go show up to the Kyle Field with the Baylor shirt on in the middle.
And then the back's gonna say, "We hate both."
We just hope they have fun.
I hope it ends in a tie.
So hopefully this time next week we'll talk about Kansas 5-0.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
I mean, it's a feel-good story, you know.
It is. I love it, man.
It's great.
It
It benefits the conference ultimately for them to be good.
Exactly. I mean, and then like you said, y'all as Baylor fans definitely know how it feels to be at the bottom of the totem pole for so long and to be disrespected and looked over. And now it's like, hey, you're starting to win. You get a little bit of traction.
Yep.
You see, that's what I don't get too. Like, people hate some of us when we, cheer that we win. They're like, well, don't forget where y'all came from. That's why we're cheering that we're winning. Like, man. I know in 1998 we won 2 games. I remember that.
Like, hell, we were happy
we won. Like,
we were happy we pushed the game to last second field goal.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And when Baylor beat A&M, was it the Battle of the Brazos or something like that?
Was it the Miracle on the Brazos? Is that what it was called?
Miracle on the Brazos, yeah.
2005. Oh, RIP got more, so we didn't even touch on that at all.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Man, T's and P's.
Man, underrated does not get the credit. He built that small foundation before our Browns came in.
Yeah. He had those big linemen.
Yeah. So he started that small foundation, and they were starting to play defense too with him. So
nice guy, even though he couldn't get my name right.
Oh yeah, he told us a story about
that. I'm like, dude, you called me like 5 different names. It's on the tape on my shirt.
He's already sick, man.
Yeah. But it's okay. And it's funny because I went to school with his daughter, and she was out there after the fact, and she's like, "Who are you talking to?" And he's like, "Oh, well, she's his name on the shirt. His name is Cavasso. Justin is his first name," and he's just like, "That's not what I was saying." She's like, "No." She goes, "I was wondering who you were yelling at or trying to get their attention." She's like, "That's probably why he didn't turn around and look at you." She tells me this years later, and I'm like, I assumed he was talking to me because I was the only one out there. I was looking around like, I don't see anybody else with that name on their shirt, so maybe that's me.
Wow.
Well, yeah. Had to mention him, man. We didn't talk about him the last couple of weeks. But appreciate y'all joining us for this college football recap, week 4. Hope to have some great games again this coming next weekend coming up. Social media, Facebook, In Your House Sports, our YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. Share with your friends. Let them know about us.
In Your House.sports.
Yeah, we're everywhere. For Manny D.
Fast Sam.
Your boy Vasos.
Peace out.
Peace.